And testing for audio. Yep, everything's working good. Okay. Hey folks, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. And finally, I am finally going to go over the Layla's Hangout quest, which, yeah, I did name it 9. Okay, perfect. I got lost track of the stuff because every other patch there was a new Hangout event. I think the previous one we have done is Layla's. I'm not Farazan. Sorry, God, I'm just half sleepy. Just like the scholar here, like the scholar we are about to hang out with, which she was introduced in 3.2 when Tartaglia and Yai had a rerun. I'm pretty sure I did summon a little bit on that stuff. Don't remember what happened. I don't think I even recorded that. Well, the summons for that, because I only wanted Layla. I believe I was saving for someone for the next patch. I gotta look back on that. Yeah, but she was introduced in 3.2. Now, 4 patches later, we are able to hang out with the Sneaky Scholar here. And as usual, the first ending I get is going to be the canon ending. Everything else is subjective thumbnail, maybe. So, go to the academia. And yeah, make sure it's in English though too. Yep, it is. Behold. And note, I have not watched any of the Hangouts endings so I'm going in completely blind, so whatever I get is the ending I get.
Oh, we meet again. Sorry, but I don't really have time to chat right now.
Okay, you hear that, folks, ladies and gentlemen? Ending it here now. She's not able to chat right now. Just kidding. Makes me wonder, if you haven't taken part of the 3.2 event, makes me wonder what would this option be.
Oh, come to think of it, I haven't seen Twirly Whirly in a long time. But no, now's not the time for that. I was originally looking up some information at the House of Dana, but the more I read, the more I realized that my thesis is horribly lacking.
Oh no! Wait, what? What? Okay, this is a new mechanic. Appraise the situation carefully to make sure you... Oh no!
I should have been done with the first draft of my thesis by now, but I've barely written a third.
Okay, so what are you planning to do now?
Well, I guess I have to keep looking up as much info as possible. I shouldn't give up now. But who am I kidding? Maybe I'm not cut out to be a researcher. Maybe I shouldn't have come to the academia in the first place. All I've done is cause trouble for my advisor and classmates. I should probably notify my advisor sooner than later, so he can focus his attention on the other students. No, I don't even have the guts to bring it up, and I haven't completely given up yet.
You still have time, right?
To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Just thinking about the awful state of my thesis keeps me up at night. Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and If I can't focus, I can't do any proper research or thinking. Ugh, I'm stuck in a vicious cycle. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. They're all geniuses and fast learners. I'm nowhere near as gifted as they are. Oh, if it wasn't for someone who's been helping me out, my advisor probably would have kicked me out of the Darshan by now.
Oh, there.
No. All my friends are back home. I'm the only one who got to come study at the academia. This might sound strange, but I actually don't know who's been helping me. I don't even know if they're a person or not. Due to my lack of sleep, I sometimes get dizzy and faint when I'm stressed out.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah, but oddly enough, when I wake up, all the things I was stressing over are taken care of.
Ah, yes. How could we forget your other personality when the real you knocks out?
My homework's somehow finished before the deadline, and my papers are perfectly written. But
Yeah.
that's not all. My flowers are watered, laundry's done, even my broken camera was fixed.
Sometimes I wish I got things done when my mind is unconsciously asleep, but my body is just constantly moving, and next you know, I wake up, it's like, what the heck happened? Oh, everything's done. Cool. Go back to sleep. Oh, wishful thinking there.
I really don't know what's going on, but for now, I'm calling the phenomenon a blessing from the stars.
Speaking of 4 stars, I think the next I just finished leveling Genshin to level 90. Talents wise, I'll work on eventually. I think the next character I should build up is goodness gracious, I just need more healers and stuff. Maybe Yaya? I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Maybe the stars above decided to help out after seeing all the effort I put into my research. If that's even possible.
That sounds pretty extraordinary.
But there's no point in me studying at the academia if I keep relying on this mysterious phenomenon. It comes down to my own efforts, improving one step at a time. How else can I honor my parents and live up to the expectations of everyone who knows me?
That makes sense. The effort you put in is equally important.
Oh no, I've already spent too much time chatting. I still haven't made much headway on my thesis. At this rate, I'll need the Wisdom Sealy's help.
You just said you wanted to rely on your own efforts.
Yes, but time's of the essence, so I have to take what I can get. Oh, sorry. I'm just making excuses.
I'm looking at.
The
Oh,
Wisdom
sorry.
Sealy is truly amazing and freely shares its endless knowledge. If you want its help, all you have to do is write down your question, and you'll get a response a short while later.
I want to say that is
no
that.
one knows who or what it actually is. It's just known as the Wisdom Sealy. But getting an answer all comes down to the Sealy's mood. Sometimes it'll only give you a vague answer or play tricks on you. I'm pretty sure a researcher wouldn't do something like that.
Trust me, you don't. Sometimes researchers have their own unique personality that sometimes doesn't show up when they're doing their own work. But when they're off, doing something else, it's just a mixed bag or just open possibilities.
All I can do right now is hope that it helps me.
But what about the blessings from the stars?
Who knows if it'll happen this time? I can't put all my eggs in one basket. Trying my luck with another phenomenon is, better than doing nothing.
It sounds a bit sketchy, but I'll check it out with you.
Oh, really? But I don't want to take up your time.
I've got nothing else better to do. It's fine. I don't have anything going on.
Sorry for the bother. You're too kind.
Oh, shucks.
Okay, let's go give it a try. I've already prepared my question for the Seelie. I just hope it can help me get through this predicament. Among the countless legends surrounding the House of Dana, the Wisdom Seelie is one of the more popular ones lately. It hasn't been around for long, but word of the Seelie's existence spread like wildfire. Many people have claimed that they've received a reply from it.
I'm very sus about this.
So, it should probably help me as well, right?
So do you call its name and it appears, or is there some kind of summoning ritual?
Any funny antics in the House of Dana will get you escorted out, or perhaps thrown out.
Yeah, that's very sus.
Let's split up and ask around about the Seelie. Hopefully someone knows something more.
Alright, so the Wisdom Seelie. I just want to say that, according to the stuff, I'm streaming this broadcast in 1080p 60 FPS. But my screen I'm looking at right now, the main one that you're seeing, is in 4K. But sadly, I can't stream directly 4K from the PlayStation. I need a stronger PC for that, which is a project in the making.
Excuse me? Have you ever heard of the Wisdom Seelie?
You've come to the right person. I came across this legend not too long ago myself. After hearing about it, I decided to test it out and ask it a question about the brightness of the stars. 2 days later, I got a response. It included 2 pages of detailed and accurate information. It saved me from having to look up a ton of resources.
Really?
Yeah, so I submitted another question a few days ago. I still haven't received a reply, though.
That sounds like what others have said. But I don't have the time to wait for a reply if the Seelie doesn't answer right away. Whatever. Can you please tell me how to submit a question to the Wisdom Seelie?
It's quite simple. Go to the bookshelf over there and find either Theoretical Astrology or a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
Oh, I know where those are. My Darshan has us use those 2 books quite often.
Okay, so write your question in a letter addressed to the Wisdom Seelie, and then insert the letter into one of the books. Come back in a day or 2, and if you see a red stamp on your letter, that means the Wisdom Seelie has replied. However, if the stamp never appears, then that means the Seelie doesn't want to answer your question.
I see. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go write down my question. Hopefully the Seelie replies.
Yeah, I can imagine, especially when Honkai Star Rail comes out for the PlayStation. I can imagine what the background's gonna look like and the details.
Squall Fury.
I think this is the same place I summoned for Al-Haytham. Or was it on that other desk there? Right across. I don't know, beats me.
Finally. I wrote out my question and put it in the book.
What do we do now?
I guess. Let's give it some time. I'll come back tomorrow to check on it. Don't worry about me if you have other things to do.
I'll come with you. I'm a little worried.
I see. Thanks. I appreciate it. Alright then, let's meet up here tomorrow. I really hope the silly replies.
Knock on wood.
Time to look at the letter. Please let there be a stamp. Please let there be a stamp. There's a red stamp on it. The silly responded. Fantastic.
Eyes are sparkling.
This is wonderful.
Oh,
My
okay,
troubles
so
are at an end. I can't even begin to express how grateful I am.
I don't want to go over 5 hearts of the electric thing. That shows her that she's very stressed, so the less the better. Noted.
Let's take a look at what it wrote. Thank you for your letter. Though I have extended a response, I cannot answer your query due to your questionable motives. Questionable motives? Me? Okay, let's see. Completing a thesis requires independent thought and work. You planned on using my knowledge to complete your paper's most critical portions. That's not right.
Oh, yikes.
However, considering that your deadline is fast approaching, and that there is substance to the content in the completed sections of your thesis, I've decided to help you nonetheless.
Oh, that's good.
Follow the hints I've left, and you will find the answer to your question. Consider the effort you put into thinking and searching as your payment for my knowledge. What the... It's absolutely right about everything.
No!
Oh, I'm starting to feel guilty now. I can't deny any of it, but I'm running out of time. Oh, what should I do?
I'll search for the answers with you.
Huh? I could tell you're a very kind person, but I never expected that you'd go this far to help me. I'll definitely think of a way to make it up to you once I take care of my thesis.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's start by looking at the hint it left us. It should be on the second page. The first clue lies hidden on the road of wisdom. The headstrong child finally sees the world for how big it truly is, filled with awe, yet struck with fear. That's it? Not even a picture or any other marking to go off of. This is pretty abstract. What's this road of wisdom and who's the child?
Wisdom is probably referring to the academia.
Possibly. That sounds like a natural conclusion. So, is the road of wisdom the road that leads to the academia then? Wait, I think I get what it means by the child and awe and fear. When I first left home, it took me days to reach Sumeru City. I was completely shocked when I first saw it with my own eyes. It was so grand and awe-inspiring. Pictures of the city simply don't do it any justice. After seeing the city, a thought popped into my head. Am I really worthy of this place?
And that's the fear.
Worry,
Fear?
fear, or whatever you want to call it. If I'm connecting the dots correctly, then I think I know where the Sealy is leading us. But how does it know my feelings so well?
Maybe it wasn't referring to you specifically.
You have a point. There's nothing special about my background or experiences. It could be anyone's. Anyway, let's go take a look.
The wind rises. Too slow. Too slow.
Why are we headed out here? Either way. Questions, let's go over here and go over here.
Oh, we should be close. This is the way I came when I first traveled to Sumeru City. Aw, it's been way too long since I last visited home. No, this isn't the time for that kind of talk. We have to hurry and find the clues that the Sealy left behind.
It's a pretty big area.
It is. Relying solely on what the Sealy said might not be viable. Assuming the Sealy is intentionally linking the clues to my past, I think I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
So this is a little embarrassing. At that time, the sight of Sumeru City was absolutely mesmerizing. I was anxious, but also excited about all the things to come. I was distracted and accidentally stepped on an Avidia leopard's tail.
The price of being distracted?
I didn't notice it at all. The poor thing was sound asleep, and after I stepped on its tail, it bolted straight up. I freaked out and ran as fast as I could. There were actually more Avidia leopards sleeping nearby, and they were all faster than me. I almost got bitten a couple of times.
Yikes.
Good thing someone from the Eremites heard me shouting for help. They managed to scare off the leopards.
Good thing you weren't hurt.
Yeah, but when I finally managed to calm myself down, I noticed that the talisman my mother had made for me was missing. It's extremely precious to me. Ever since I was little, I would always carry it with me whenever I'm doing something important. I also had it with me when the academia conducted its selection exam at my village. I checked my bag at least a dozen times to make sure the talisman was in there. I feel much more at ease knowing that I have it with me. I had thought that it would also help me calm my nerves in Sumeru City, but I ended up losing it before I even finished registration at the academia.
The peace of mind that gave you must be irreplaceable.
Yeah, and that's when I started having sleeping problems. I just began to sleep less and less each day. Losing a talisman like that is definitely a bad omen. Oh, sorry. I'm starting to ramble again. What were we talking about before? Right.
Sealy?
Why the Sealy led us here.
Yep.
I think we should look around where the Avidia leopards attacked me. If the Sealy is trying to make me remember things that happened in the past, it would make the most sense for it to hide clues in memorable locations. Hope the Sealy's clue wasn't also torn to shreds by Avidia leopards.
Let's look around first.
Yeah, that's the only way we'll know for sure.
Yeah, there's no need to be that pessimistic, but okay, I don't want to say that and increase your stress levels any further.
Too slow.
Oh, We should be close. Sure enough, it's here. And in a really obvious place. That pretty much confirms my hunch about the Sealy's intentions.
Seems that like the Sealy knows you very well. Really
I
well.
don't know. But how did it know about all these details? I've hardly told anyone about this stuff. It's not hiding somewhere and spying on me, is it? Oh, that's a scary thought. Anyway, let's look at the clue we found. Seems like you haven't forgotten about your very first failure. See? It knows everything.
This might be too much even for the Wisdom Sealy.
I have no idea what's going on. No wonder the Sealy is becoming legendary. Let's keep reading the clue. I've placed the second clue where heaven meets water. The answer, seemingly amongst the stars, was ultimately washed to some unremarkable place downstream. Just as I thought. It's something to do with me again.
You already got the meaning?
If the first clue was any indication, then the location described in this clue should also be related to my life experiences. Most Ratawahist research is related to studying the stars. My own thesis work often requires me to go in the field and collect astrological data. And,
Oh no! What the?
let's just say there's another devastating and unforgettable failure I had.
Things about these things will only make things worse for you.
But that can't be helped, right? We do many things not because we want to, but because we have to. Let's keep moving. It might be hard to believe, but being out and about is making me feel a lot better than usual.
I heard that like, oh god damn it, no!
Swan Fury.
We're here. That's the spot.
And that's the other world quest that I can attend to after doing the Nahida quest, but we'll do that later, off
That's where I
stream.
performed my first field observation after enrolling at the academia. I borrowed some equipment from the school and came here on a perfectly clear day.
Something happened though.
Everything was ready to go and I was positive that I'd be able to get some great data.
But
But the equipment was a little heavy and I didn't notice that the ground was muddy and some spots were unstable.
oh.
After I finished setting up everything, part of the ground suddenly shifted and my equipment started teetering over. I rushed over to grab hold of it, but I ended up tripping over another piece of equipment. The next thing I knew, everything was covered with muddy water. Me and all my equipment. You must be wondering how someone can be so clumsy.
We're all prone to mistakes. We aren't well when we're all well rested. Yeah.
Thank you for understanding. If I were the one complaining about not being well rested, it would just sound like an excuse.
It's understandable.
It's a vicious cycle. The less I sleep, the more mistakes I make. The more mistakes I make, the harder it is for me to sleep.
So what happened afterwards? Were you injured?
I just got a minor fracture, so I had to rest at B. Marston for a while. To pay off the damages to the equipment, I took some part-time jobs. I just went to work whenever I couldn't sleep. It took me forever to pay off what I owed.
Don't tell me your insomnia got worse after that.
Bingo. Oh. The pressure from my studies and debt was crushing me, and I didn't want to tell my family about any of it. After all, I am the legendary Layla who made it into the academia at a young age. Oh, and had never failed an assignment in her life.
Ever considered taking a break?
Of course. I've even considered giving up on my studies completely and returning home to help care for the Sumter beast, but that would be kind of embarrassing. I don't mean that I'd be embarrassed in front of others. I mean that I'd be ashamed of myself. After all, everything I've done up till now is only a result of my own decisions. Although, it hasn't always been smooth sailing, and sometimes things don't go my way. I made it this far on my own. There haven't been any major incidents with my studies, and I even managed to pay off the equipment damages. But I guess I'm exaggerating a bit. Most of it is still due to the help of some unknown person rather than my own work.
Your parents would feel bad if they knew what you were going through.
And that's exactly why they mustn't ever find out. Once I finally manage to acclimate to life in Sumeru City, I'll show them my success. Oh, I hope that day will come eventually. Anyways, let's continue looking for the next clue. It should be
Excuse me.
around here somewhere. An unremarkable place downstream was the description.
Unremarkable. And there's a shining light leading me towards it.
Quit following me.
Ah, bingo.
That place downstream could be somewhere close by.
There we go.
Here, it's over here. Good thing it's dry. I was worried the message might be wet. Let's see. Have you found it? The unremarkable place downstream. Well, of course. How else could I be reading this message? Seriously. I've placed the third hint at a crossroad without a cross. You can turn left or right, but turning back shouldn't be an option.
Crossroads without a cross. It feels like a clue that... it feels like the clues are getting more vague and... getting more and more vague. There we go.
They're actually getting clearer for me.
Huh?
I was sort of expecting this even before I read the message. I don't know if the clues are following a timeline or if they're based on the amount of regret I have. Either way, this incident was bound to come up sooner or later.
It sounds like this is getting personal.
Would someone really go to all this trouble just to pull off some prank? I can't make heads or tails of it. Anyway, just follow me. I'll save the story for when we get there.
I'm curious to know what the heck happens. Alright, let's go. Oh, this is technically a crossroad, left or right, but there's no turning back.
This is the place that immediately came to mind when the hint mentioned a crossroad. I came here to conduct some astrological observation once. Everything went smoothly on the way, and I thought I was starting to get used to life at the academia. But just as I was about to set up the observation equipment, I heard a strange sound coming from nearby. I made my way here and discovered a bunch of bandits robbing someone.
That's poor timing on your end.
They were a group of treasure hoarders,
Unfortunate
and the
time, I should
family
say.
that was being mugged looked completely helpless. They definitely wouldn't have been able to escape, and simply handing over their Mora might not have been enough to make the bandits go away.
So you wanted to help but couldn't.
Not exactly. I already had a vision by that time. Someone with a vision should technically be really powerful, right? Handling a group of treasure hoarders should be well within my abilities. However, I didn't know how to channel the power of the elements to fight at that time, and I was super scared. I wielded immense power, but I didn't feel any stronger than just an ordinary person.
Then what happened?
Then I ran away. I scrambled towards Sumeru City looking for help. Eventually, I managed to return with a few adventurers I ran into along the way. It took longer than I had hoped, and by the time we made it back here, the treasure hoarders and the family were gone. I don't know if the family only lost their belongings in the end, or if something worse happened to them. I faced a lot of problems after coming to Sumeru City, but this incident is one that I regret the most. I sat on the ground and began to cry.
Oh.
I could have stepped in
No!
that family. Would it have ended differently if I were just a little braver?
You can't solve every problem with just courage alone. Being rational is just as important.
Aw, thank you for trying to comfort me, but I can't stop myself from thinking that
I swear to God, you better not go to
It's
5!
just as the silly said. Turning back shouldn't be an option. However, I can't help but think about running away whenever I'm faced with a challenge.
The city probably wants to do more than just criticize you for the past. Why don't you try facing your challenges head on?
You're right. The more challenging it gets, the harder I should try. I'm feeling calmer now. Okay. Let's go look for more leads nearby.
Now take down the heart, please!
We're probably getting close now.
Oh, for Argon's
Let's search
sakes.
this area.
Oh, hi. I'm gonna do it this way.
Here it is, just as I thought. The ceiling must have placed it here in advance. Let's see what we have this time. Whatever it is, I'm ready.
Huh?
Huh? It's a picture?
So it's not a riddle this time. This time?
Guess not. This house looks like it's in Vimara Village. Does the Sealy want us to go there?
This might be the last stop up in our search.
I can't think of any connection I have with Vimara Village, though. I've only been there once, and it was pretty uneventful. Whatever the case, the only way we'll know is if we go there.
Just be sure not to push yourself too hard.
Thanks, but I'm fine. I'm used to pushing my limits. I know how far I can go.
Let's just fly down there.
Quit following me.
And we're landing right in front of the house.
Let's see. This should be the place. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Maybe the Silly didn't prepare anything for us this time. Or does it want us to knock on the door first? If we're wrong about this, it'll be super awkward.
Layla?
You're right. I can't always be like this. Sometimes it's better to take action than overthink every little thing. Hello? Is anyone home?
Coming! Just a moment. Oh, it's you, Layla. How nice of you to stop by again.
Huh? Do you know me?
That's no way to greet a friend. Of course I know you. Is this a friend of yours? Or perhaps a classmate?
A friend. I'm having a little trouble with my thesis and we happened to be passing by.
What's going on, Layla?
I don't know either. I don't even know where to begin. I recognized him immediately. He's one of the people that was getting robbed by the treasure hoarders. But he shouldn't know anything about me. He shouldn't even know who I am.
You said you'd been to Vimara Village once.
Yeah, but that was before the robbery. I was just passing through. Even if he saw me, he wouldn't know who I am. He didn't notice me during the robbery.
Is something the matter?
I appreciate your kindness, but I really
No,
can't remember
don't you dare
how
do it
we
again.
met.
Don't you dare.
I'm sorry.
So you aren't joking? Do you still remember when my family and I were being robbed by a gang of treasure hoarders?
Yes, but I don't think I was of much help to you all.
How so? You told us everything yourself the last time we met. My family and I were surrounded by treasure hoarders, and I didn't know what to do. But then, we heard people approaching in the distance. Those treasure hoarders were the first to hear them coming, and started to flee the moment they sensed the situation wasn't going their way. They didn't even bother taking anything with them. I wasn't sure what had happened, but the treasure hoarders were scared off. I immediately grabbed my wife and child and got out of there.
Oh, I see. I'm so glad that you and your family were unharmed.
Please take down that heart, please. Make it 3.
I thought it was a party of adventurers that happened to pass by, but later you told me that you had spotted us and ran to find help. You were amazing. You managed to keep a level head even in the midst of danger. I know you have a vision, so those treasure hoarders wouldn't have been a match for you. But they might have harmed me and my family if their backs were pushed against the wall.
Fair point.
Wait, that's not exactly what happened. I still regret not helping out sooner. Anyway, when did I come here last? I don't seem to remember.
It's been some time, but not too long ago. I don't recall exactly when. What's wrong? Nothing's coming to mind?
Nope. I'm sorry. I still can't seem to remember, even after everything you've told me. Maybe I'm just under too much pressure.
You came over and ate with us, and you played games with my son. If only we had taken a picture. Oh, you forgot a package here from that visit. You'll definitely remember once you see it. Wait here, I'll go fetch it.
A package? I left a package here? Wait, this is it.
The talisman.
This is the talisman that I lost, the one that my mother made for me.
What the? Is it really the same one you lost?
Yes, this is definitely it. She made it herself. It's the only one of its kind.
Please take down a heart, please.
There's also a letter here. Was I planning to send it to someone? Let's see who the recipient is. To Layla?
I'm assuming you aren't in the habit of writing letters to yourself.
No. I swear I've never done anything like that. What is going on? Let's open it and see what this is all about.
Please don't tell me you were sleepwalking, putting their own answers out there, and this came up.
Hello, Layla. It must have been quite
Never
the
mind.
endeavor to follow the Sealy's hints all the way here. Great work. Self-reflection is a wonderful quality to possess, but you'll only end up hurting yourself if you overdo it. Failure is a stranger to no one. The purpose of self-reflection is not to indulge in the pain of failure, but to succeed in your next attempt. If you're reading this letter, then you have succeeded in taking the first step. On the back of this letter is the core information that your thesis is lacking. It's actually been done for a while now. It only feels inconclusive because it's missing a concise summary to tie it all together. I hope that this journey has provided insight for your life ahead. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you courage as you carry onward, and hope that you fulfill the expectations you hold. Always watching over you. Sincerely, the Wisdom Sealy. Oh. I thought we were going to fail. I thought that everything we did and all the time we spent was for nothing. But the Sealy wasn't messing with me after all.
Could it be that the Wisdom Sealy is you?
I doubt it. I mean, unless I somehow came here while I was unconscious and don't remember it.
That's what I'm thinking, Layla. That's what happened.
Although, having said that, I have heard rumors claiming that I sleepwalk a lot. But even then, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually the Wisdom Sealy. It could have just helped me while I was sleepwalking.
Either way, it's safe to say that it's related to the blessings from the stars.
I'll write
Yes!
back and ask to meet with the Sealy and see how it responds. Even though I still have a lot of questions, this experience was fruitful enough. If it wasn't for your encouragement, I probably would have quit halfway through and holed up in the academia somewhere. Perseverance really does pay off.
I'm not sure if I understand what has happened, but it's something good, right?
Yes, it's something really, really good, and I'm very thankful for it.
Well then, since you're already here, why don't you stay and have something to eat? We just finished preparing some food. Come on, don't be a stranger. Your friend should join us as well. You can leave your troubles until after the meal. You must relax and gather your strength so you can take on the challenges ahead, am I right?
He's right.
Alright.
Yes, it's cleared!
I can do this.
And this is the canon ending I got. Oh, yes, thank you. I was getting so concerned about the hearts thing. It's like, no, stop. Oh, what do you have to sell here? Never mind. Dang, I thought you were actually a merchant. There we go. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Wisdom ceiling. Dialogue, further investigation, underlying what? Oh, so there are multiple things I can go to. But let's go back here. Since that is the closest thing to us. Well, to me.
Too slow. Behold.
I'm guessing this is the one with the... Okay, I have a feeling I know which one is the divergent path.
This is the place I came here, but just they were a group of not someone. However, I didn't. Then, eventually, it took longer. I don't know if. Oh, I could have stepped in to help that family. Would it have ended differently if I were just a little braver?
I think this may be it.
Oh, thank you
Oh, it's the
for
same thing.
trying to comfort me, but it's just as the silly.
Okay, I think this is the one. Where this is where the path diverges.
Oh, but what about my thesis? We still haven't found the Sealy's answer yet.
Your health is more important than your thesis.
Sorry for causing you so much trouble.
Let's find some place to rest.
Alright, I actually don't have much stamina. I've been stressed this whole time and I feel exhausted. I'm really sorry.
Okay, let's see where this is going.
The wind rises.
Oh! Is this a...
Too slow.
No, mark that for later.
Let's stop here. I don't think I can walk any further.
I'll prepare some food and juice.
Alright, I'm gonna give my legs a rest. I'll be waiting for you here. I feel bad for making you go through so much trouble for me. Oh, if only I were more capable.
We're all skilled at different things.
I'm sorry. I always find myself having to apologize. But enough of that. I need to pull myself together. The memories I've been reminded of are all really taxing. I cannot just give up this time, even if my head's not in a good place. Letting these heavy feelings get the best of me will only slow us down. Watch out! Behind you!
What's wrong?
Monsters! A lot of them too. Why didn't we see them coming?
Just leave it to me. It'll only take a moment.
No, I'll fight too.
You need to rest.
But I want to help. I can't just sit back and watch you while you fight. Don't worry, I can handle myself. I mustn't keep repeating my past regrets. That's the most valuable lesson I've learned today. I should take action when I'm needed and give it my all when the moment calls. If you miss those opportunities in life, you may never get another chance to make up for them. I I suppose that's fate.
I see.
Alright, let's take them all down. Not now.
Squall and Fury. Know your place.
Let's get it on! Ha! I'm going in!
My guiding stars, don't be scared. I really need to keep up with my training. It's embarrassing to be out of breath so quickly like this.
Are you alright?
Well, the only appropriate response would be to say that I'm fine, right? I'm pale due to lack of sleep, not because of the fight. But then again, I know you'd be able to see right through those words. I'm feeling weak. There's no hiding it. I'm just happy I didn't get in your way during the fight.
You did great.
Oh.
Yes, take down the heart.
Thanks
Thank
for the
you.
compliment. I sure don't get to hear that often. Although I may not be physically strong, my will is as resilient as they come. I'll be fine after I rest for a bit.
Then again, I do need another shielder. Can't rely on Zhongnei too much. Especially I need another shielder and another half of the abyss.
Can you stay with me while I recover my energy? It shouldn't take long.
Oh my god! Okay. This is scary. It's like they're getting close. Okay, let's see. So that's ending 2. Okay, let's see. Oh, for Archon's sakes, I gotta... Okay, I see the entrance.
Quit following me. The wind rises. Squall and Fury. The wind rises.
Okay, let's see.
Finally. I'll come back tomorrow. I see. Alright then. Time to look at the letter.
This isn't...
There's a red stamp on it. The Sealy responded. Fantastic.
You look better already. Yes,
This is
please take down that heart.
wonderful.
Keep it down there,
My
please.
troubles are at an end. I can't even begin to express how grateful I... let's take a look at... thank you for your... questionable okay. However, follow the hints. Consider the what the... It's absolutely right, but I'm running out of time.
It might be messing with you.
Good point. Why else would it use such a roundabout way to tell me its answer? Supposedly, everyone who's been pranked by the Silly had angered it in some way. That means the Silly is someone who's very strict and serious about knowledge. But who knows if it's really a Silly or some person.
There's no guarantee that you'll actually get an answer, even after doing this. It's what it says.
True. And if I don't get an answer, then I'll only have wasted more time. Oh, but there's nothing else we can do. It's the one holding all the cards. It's completely hidden and can choose whether to help us or not. After all, it'd probably be impossible to find it and ask my question in person.
Now that sounds like an idea.
Huh? I was just kidding. Oh, please don't take me seriously. It's a Silly we're talking about. According to legend, Sillies are elusive and can create countless copies of themselves. Who's to say that it won't summon a shooting star to crush us once we find it?
You don't actually believe in those legends, do you? Think about what he just said for a moment.
Sorry, I'm just a little panicky. Okay, Layla, calm down and think. If the Silly is a person, then there has to be a way to track them down. We have two possible leads right now. The first is the checkout logs of those two books, and the other is the red stamp. The red stamp bears the Retawahist emblem, which is used by a lot of people. It'll be hard to track down an individual, so we should probably start with the checkout logs.
Can't disagree with that logic.
Let's go and make an inquiry. We can also ask around the House of Dana and see if anyone else knows something about the Wisdom Silly.
Alright, I have a feeling this is where the question is, am I on the route that diverged? Yes, it is. Good. Good.
Squall and Fury.
Hi there. Have you heard of the legend of the Wisdom Silly?
Do I really look like the kind of student that would be interested in such a pointless legend?
Oh, I'm sorry. We were just curious.
Well, I do happen to have some information on it.
Then why didn't you just start with that?
Huh? Logically, that has nothing to do with the question I asked. I just don't want others to see me as some poor excuse for a student, whiling away my time in the House of Dana.
I don't really think bad students would come to the House of Dana to pass the time. But anyways, you were saying?
Well, I spend most of my time here, and I have noticed something odd before. One time, late at night, a black shadow fell from above and landed in the central area of the House of Dana. Of course, I was a little sleepy at the time, but it startled me, and I got up to see what was going on.
And then what happened?
Then, the shadow quickly circled behind me with incredible speed. Just as I tried to turn around to get a look at it, I fainted.
This shadow sounds pretty powerful.
Yes, it was unbelievably fast. I had never seen anything like it. It was so unusual that I wasn't sure if it was real or if I was half dreaming. But given how popular the legend of the Seelie has become lately, maybe this has something to do with it.
Don't take this the wrong way, but doesn't the House of Dana have a door?
It was closed that night. I suppose even the House of Dana needs to be closed for maintenance from time to time.
I see. That makes sense. But what were you doing here if the House of Dana was closed?
Don't look so surprised. It's a common practice to find a place to hide before they lock the doors, so you can continue reading books here. Everyone knows that.
Good thing I'm not studying alongside you. I can't tell that you'd really stress me out.
Anyway, thank you for the info. I'll be sure to take note of everything you mentioned.
You're welcome.
The wind rises.
Hello there.
Hi there. Do you know anything about the Wisdom Sealy?
Yes, of course. I've been looking into it for quite a while now. However, I feel like I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Hey, maybe if we put our heads together, we can figure something out.
Sure. I'll try my best.
There are a few known traits of the Wisdom Sealy. First, it's extremely strong. It can easily carry a few dozen books, along with 4 or 5 pieces of astrology equipment all at once. It's extremely athletic as well. It only moves in a straight line and doesn't stop for anything, not even walls or rivers. Lastly, it has a number of special abilities. It has a hardened metal body that's impervious to injury. It can freeze water into ice, and it can also summon meteors.
I'm questioning that last aspect of what you just said.
That doesn't even sound human.
It sounds like some hero out of a fairy tale.
Well, it is a legend after all. It's no surprise that some details seem a little exaggerated. But these
Yeah.
aren't just made up, you know. Each of its abilities has been confirmed by eyewitnesses. There have been many sightings, too, including at Chatrakam Cave, the Avidia Forest, and around the waterfall south of Sumeru City.
Has anyone seen what it actually looks like? Or what kind of person it is?
Not that I know of. No one's been able to get close to it. It seems like it tries to stay out of sight. I would probably want to remain a mystery, too, if I were someone as legendary as the Wisdom Sealy. So what do you make of it? Have you seen it somewhere as well?
No. We're probably gonna need some time to digest all the, incredible information you've provided us.
Yeah, I'm putting skeptical on this piece of evidence.
Not a problem. But if you manage to find anything, be sure to come and tell me about it. I trust that you'll quickly discover the excitement of slowly unraveling the truth.
There's really no need to fight over such paltry research.
Squall and fury.
Oh, hello there. Can I help you?
Hello. I'm a Ratawa student and would like to see the checkout logs for theoretical astrology and a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
Oh, are you also here to investigate the Ratawahist Wisdom Sealy legend?
How do you know?
Also? I suppose it makes sense that we're not the only ones investigating such a popular legend.
Yes, I myself am also quite curious about it. But unfortunately, I haven't found anything out of the ordinary. Given you're a Ratawahist student, I'm sure you know that a lot of research references these 2 books. All our copies of these particular titles are frequently checked out. I have looked into it, but found no irregularities in the checkout logs.
Is there any chance the Sealy could have taken the books out and returned them without being noticed?
Not likely. That would be almost impossible. The House of Dana is extremely strict about the circulation of its books. There will always be a record if a book is checked out. And even if it managed to figure out a way to take the books without leaving any record, it's possible that someone would come looking to borrow the books before the Sealy returned them. If someone discovers that a book is missing or that it doesn't match my inventory records, it would come to my attention immediately. However, it might be possible to pull off in the case of a less popular book.
Okay, I understand now, thank you. This is useful to know. With any luck, it'll help us work out the Sealy's identity. Okay, everyone's given us a lot of useful information. Let's go through it and try to organize everything. Some things we heard were pretty straightforward, but others were just, ridiculous.
we should be able to figure out more than about its identity and whereabouts.
Yeah. Let me think and see what I can make of it. Okay, calm down, Layla. I know the info's all over the place, but you can definitely do it. First, let's try to figure out the Sealy's identity based on the clues we currently have. Then, we'll analyze where it's been sighted and its motives. Finally, we'll piece everything together. From there, we should be able to predict its movement. Alright, let's give it a try.
So if we're looking for the identity,
It once infiltrated the House of Dana while it was closed. It once... I think I heard somewhere that it has a lot of ridiculous abilities. I may be able to come up with a more concrete lead if I keep thinking. It's been to the Chatrakam Cave, the Avidia Forest, and the waterfall south of Sumeru City. Book circulation is strictly regulated, and there's a log of anyone who checks out a book. The stamp. Which probably means they're a Ratawahis student. I may be able to come up...
come on.
I may be able to come up...
I'm pretty sure it's this.
I may be...
Oh, for God, Archon 6!
It's been to the Chatrakam... it won't... No. It's been to the Chatrakam Cave. I may be... The stamp.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay, some things we heard... Yeah. First, then we'll... From there... Book circulation is... It once infiltrated... It's been to... The stamp. I think I...
What's going on? Oh, for Archon 6!
Okay, some things we heard were... Yeah. First, then we'll analyze where it's been... From there, we should...
Why can't I choose the other? Oh, there.
Okay, I think I've got it
I was
now.
like, why am I not able to select the last one? So, what'd you come up with?
First, based on the information Katayun provided, we can assume that the Sealy is a student from the Ratawahis Darshan. The possibility of it being someone outside the Darshan can be ruled out because it'd be impossible to gain access to those two books without going through the librarian. Next, leaving its crazy abilities aside, all the sightings took place in locations that are officially recommended for astrology observation by the academia. In other words, it's probably just conducting research, and the nature of its research is very similar to mine. The question that I submitted was no simple query, but it was able to give me a reply in just a day. This implies that it's familiar with a similar field of knowledge. So based on this reasoning, all we have to do is wait for it at the next astrological observation site.
Look at you, finishing your thesis should be no problem at all.
It's nothing, really. There are actually some other factors that I've been speculating about. But that's not important right now. Let's get going. Even though we have a lead, it's still hard to say whether we'll be able to make any discoveries. I'll tell you what I mean by that if the Sealy doesn't show up.
Discover the truth behind it.
We should be able to see more from up above, but how do we get up there? Let's try using the elemental monuments in the area.
Quicker.
Look alive!
Behold! Quit following me. The wind rises.
The weather today is perfect for observation. Let's see if it shows up. Honestly, spending an entire night waiting for something that we're not sure is gonna happen might not be the best use of our time. But we don't really have any choice. This is all we've got. Get some sleep if you're tired. I'll be up. It's not like I could sleep anyways.
I'll stay up with you.
Thanks. Oh, how about I share some basics about astrology with you? Sure enough, it didn't show up. We hardly saw any animals, let alone people. No matter how conclusive the evidence is or how perfect our reasoning may be, nothing will happen as long as I'm awake.
Are you referring to the wisdom sealy or the blessing from the stars?
They're probably one and the same. It's like I told you, I have a severe sleeping disorder, and there have been a lot of rumors about me sleepwalking. I tried to understand what I had been doing when I'm unconscious, but I've never been able to get any definitive evidence. Something is actively attempting to cover up all the clues without my knowing. Maybe that something is me. Or maybe it isn't. I can't be sure. For all I know, I could even be the Sealy. But what if I am? Would the Sealy be willing to help me this time? What is it actually thinking? I really have no idea.
What if I could help you?
Huh? You want to help me? Of course it would be nice to know what's really going on, but that's impossible. It's always avoiding me and keeping me in the dark, and that won't change even if you're around.
seeing how badly she wants to know, we should find a way to ask the other Layla about it.
Huh? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. There really isn't anything we do.
Yeah. To
Frick!
think I could have been working on my thesis this whole time. My stomach is churning just thinking about it.
Oh god, what am I doing?
Please stop. The more you talk about it, the more silly I feel. Oh, come on,
Frick!
Layla. What are you doing? Everyone's gonna start thinking you're crazy now. Oh no. I'm losing it. So dizzy.
I'm so sorry to have to make you feel so uncomfortable, but... Frick! No! Wait, what's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted there. Where were we?
It seems like she's completely recovered, huh? Does that mean...
Oh, what's wrong? You look like you've got something on your mind.
Are you the other Layla?
What are you talking about? What do you mean the other Layla? I am Layla.
But you somehow seem a little different, then why don't you just repeat the conversation we just had?
Fine. It appears that you were waiting for me to show up. I suppose there's no use in me pretending. I promise I don't mean any harm and I'll answer all your questions. But before that, would you mind telling me who you are first?
Okay. I'm a friend of Layla's. I'm trying to help her finish her thesis.
Let me think. Okay, I got it. You two found this place by following the hints that I left behind. You were planning to wait for me. Or I should say you were waiting for the Seelie to show up. Was this your idea or hers?
Mostly hers.
I see. Yes, she's always had great analytical skills. It'd be nice if she was more confident, though. All right, that's all the questions I have. Your turn. Please ask away. Infiltrating the House of Dana was a total accident. She'd forgotten an important book, and the House of Dana happened to be closed at the time. There were only days before the paper was due. I had no choice but to scale the walls with some simple climbing ropes and sneak in from above while the Core 30 wasn't paying attention.
Aye.
I had no idea there was still a student inside. I had no choice but to put him to sleep.
You knocked him out?
Any clear evidence of my existence would only hinder my ability to conceal my identity. It would also expose me to Layla as well. As for the special powers, well, they're just things I did during the process of trying to finish the thesis. It's like I said, I don't have much time, so I need to be as efficient as possible.
You're the Seelie, aren't you?
That's right. Though I didn't intend for it to turn out this way, really. I just wanted to help out a few other classmates who were having a hard time while I was helping Layla finish her thesis. You see, Layla doesn't have many friends at the academia. If the others noticed her helping them out, I thought maybe I'd help her become more sociable. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out. Instead, legends of the Seelie started going around. But that's alright.
What's with the Seelie pranking people?
I can instantly tell which students are asking serious questions and which are just trying to take advantage of me to slack off. My time to move freely is quite limited, so it's only natural that I would punish the people attempting to waste my time.
Ooh, I respect that.
My intention is to help people. I'm not here to cause any harm. Well then, does that answer all your questions?
Actually, I have one last question. Why don't you want her to know you exist?
You see, her emotions are incredibly unstable. She's constantly doubting herself. If she knew that there's another Layla who is capable of doing everything, she may think even less of herself. She could think, maybe I should just leave it all to her. I'm always relying on her anyway. Why not let her live my life for me? She might start thinking about giving up completely, and that's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do for her. After all, she and I are one and the same. We're two sides of the same coin. No one knows her greatest strength more than I do. It's her resilience. If she's able to persevere in everything she does, then one day she won't need my help anymore. I trust that she's capable of doing that, and it's something that she should do on her own.
I see.
She actually discovered the key data she needs for her thesis a long time ago. She just didn't organize it well enough. I'll complete her thesis for her just as I have in the past. Oh, please don't share any of this with her. I would like to keep this a secret for both of our sakes.
I understand.
Thank you for doing this for me. No, for us. She seems to be waking up now. Well, this is goodbye. If we never meet again, then I guess I did something right.
Wait, what happened? Oh, she went on heart.
Huh? Did I faint? Or did I fall asleep?
You're fine, you just had a little nap.
Oh, I see. Was I sleepwalking? I wasn't I?
Nope.
Really? I don't believe you. You're hiding something from me. It's written all over your face.
I'm not, really.
You said you were gonna help me, didn't you? Why are you holding out on me now? Please tell me. You promised you'd help.
I swear, they look like they're... I swear, if these endings get more and more close, like they are a couple, I think it's beginning to look like it. Alright, let's see. Oh, nope. There we go. So, 2 more endings to find out. Is there divergence? Nope. Back to the academia I go. Find the path where it diverges.
Upon the gale.
Oh, sorry, but
What's wrong?
I was originally looking up some information at the House of
Yep. Yeah.
I've been done with the... Well, but who... I should probably notify my advisor. To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Just thinking about the awful state of my thesis keeps me up at night. Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and if I can't focus, I can't do any proper research or thinking. I'm stuck in a vicious cycle. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. They're all geniuses and fast learners. I'm nowhere near as gifted as they are. Oh, if it...
Are they sage?
If that was the case, I would have already left on my own. Just the idea of being watched by a sage is terrifying. This might sound strange, but I actually... Yeah. My homework, but that's not all. I really don't... Maybe the stars above decided to help out after... But there's no point in me studying at the academia if I keep relying on this mysterious phenomenon. It comes down to my... Oh no. Yes, but the wisdom... if you want its help, all you have to do is write down your question. No one knows who or what it actually is. It's just known as the Wisdom Sealy. But getting an answer all comes down to the Sealy's mood. Sometimes it'll only give you a vague answer, or... all I can... who trying my luck with...
Yeah, I think this was the process.
You're right. I need to keep a level head. I don't have time to waste. But what do we do from here? I can't just go back and start packing to leave.
You should rest first.
Rest? But my deadline's just around the corner. Oh, I don't think I can afford to rest right now.
You won't be able to write anything in your current state.
You do have a point. Oh, sorry. I tend to panic easily, as you can see. Then how should I rest? I definitely won't be able to sleep. As soon as I close my eyes, all kinds of thoughts start floating into my head.
How about we head to Puspa Cafe?
Oh, that's a good idea. A cup of coffee might help clear my head. Let's go.
I need some fresh air and a latte.
Quit following me.
But of all coffee, I like frappuccinos. I didn't really get into coffee until I started work. And when I started I started late shifts and I had to work an opening the next day. It's like, I need coffee to keep me up, keep me functioning and focused at least for a little bit.
Let's sit down here and have some coffee and sweets. It'll help me put my thoughts together.
Caffeine and sweets. Yep, that's what keeps me up.
No. We're here to rest. My problems will have to wait for now.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Huh?
Sorry, but who are you?
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi. We just submitted our theses and we're totally beat. Everyone will be meeting here to celebrate. Seeing how relaxed you look, you must have already had your thesis finished ages ago.
Oh, no, I'm actually having a lot of trouble with it.
You say that every time we talk, but you've never missed a deadline. Not only that, your papers are always well written and thorough. Your advisor is constantly praising your work, yet you're always going around saying stuff like, I can't make it, I don't understand, I'm super worried. That kind of talk doesn't reflect your work at all, you know.
Well,
What are you getting at?
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. It's one thing that she's not willing to help us, but she doesn't even bother showing up for our discussion meetings. Every time we come to see her, she looks out of sorts and on the verge of a breakdown. It's not like we can't finish our own theses without her, but no one wants to always see her this way.
I know.
Oh, God.
No. Sorry.
Everyone is entitled to their own choices. You should learn to respect that.
Whatever. There's no point in starting an argument here. If you think she can justify her behavior, then that's your opinion.
Thanks for standing up for me. I really want to help the others, but most of the time I'm barely scraping by myself. There's very little I can help with.
Is it because you don't want the others to know about the quote-unquote blessing of from the stars?
Yeah, I can't ever tell my classmates about that. I'd be a mess if they ever reported it to my advisor. It's really just a big misunderstanding, and there's nothing I can do about it. Everyone just gives me weird looks and judges me. It's making it really difficult to find friends. It's actually pretty rare for someone to actively engage in a conversation with me, like you do.
I think I understand your situation now.
Huh? What do you mean?
You think that the blessing from the stars is some external power that is out of your control. Only by improving yourself and no longer relying on your external powers can you break out of your vicious cycle.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Seems you know just as well as I do. The thing is, I'm terrible under pressure. That's just my nature. Even the thought of everyone's expectations back home is enough to make me feel nervous. And the more nervous I get, the worse things become around me. Take what Munira just said, for example. I don't think I'll be able to get it out of my mind for the entire day. That means I won't be able to relax at all today.
Sounds like we need to find a way for you to completely relax.
Completely relax? But we're at a cafe. Is this not relaxing enough?
Academics are only one part of life.
I know, but... Alright, no more buts. My life is a mess because of the decisions I've made for myself. I should listen to your advice this time. How do I completely relax?
Since you're from the countryside, why don't we leave Sumeru City and go sightseeing?
Sightseeing? That does sound pretty nice. I haven't set foot outside the academia in quite a while.
Okay, I'm just realizing the time and I need to be getting to work pretty soon. After this ending, I'm gonna end the stream there. I'm gonna have to make a part 2 of this hangout.
I used to enjoy
Finish the rest of the endings.
rainforest, but it's been a while since I've been there. Maybe a lot has changed. Okay, why don't we go there and take a look?
Okay, yeah, so this will be the last ending I'll cover on this stream. I will cover the other 2 endings, I guess, in tomorrow's broadcast and broadcast, and we'll record the next part of the Brewing development tomorrow as well. Didn't realize how much time passed already.
Quit following me.
Even the air here feels more relaxing. I just want to forget about the thesis altogether. I'm just kidding. Knowing me, I'd only be able to forget about it for a little while. This doesn't count as trying to avoid my problems, does it?
Your state of mind is just important as efficiency if you want to solve the problems that you're facing.
That's quite the legitimate excuse. No, it's more of an explanation. Even I'm starting to get bolder with my words. I grew up in a place like this, looking into the distance now with the breeze in my face makes me feel like a kid again. Oh, those were the happiest days.
What did you usually do as a kid?
I had a bunch of friends back then, and we would go pick wild berries in the woods. No matter what ingredients we found, we would cook them over a fire, and whoever lost one of our games would have to eat all of it.
That sounds a little intense.
No, it wasn't that bad. It really depended on how lucky you were. Grilled apples and sunsettias are actually quite delicious. Sure. I haven't done that in ages. Let's go.
Oh, I forgot to even read that out.
Apples and zaytun peaches were the most popular fruits back then. Oh, and of course grilled fish is delicious too. Fish skin releases oils while cooking, which drip into the fire and cause it to burn even brighter.
Sounds good. Oh, you're going to that fruit.
But
Layla?
we would always get yelled at by the grown-ups if they caught us sneaking into the river to catch fish. What's the big deal? We just want to swim. That's what we used to say. But now that I think about it, it really was quite dangerous. Thank goodness nothing bad ever happened. I think we found enough now, don't you? Alright, these should be enough. There's nothing like the smell of fresh ingredients. They already smell delicious. I'll be here cleaning the ingredients. Can you please fetch some firewood for us?
Sure. And I happen to be near Hilichurls. Okay, let me get rid of you guys.
Behold.
And float like a boss.
Fresh food is the best. I feel like I've traveled back in time. We all used to run around in the woods when we were kids. Trees and mud was the world we knew best. It doesn't matter how long I'm away from the forest, I won't ever forget the feeling of running through the trees. Oh, how about you? Can you relate to that feeling? It's almost like not knowing the world will change or ever expecting it to change.
Although adventurers rarely ever stay in one place, I hope I can experience the feeling one day.
Whatever the case, it's a very warm feeling. In the end, I passed the admissions exam, and the life I had led came to an abrupt end. Later, as I sat in a lecture at the academia, my mind started to wander and I began to think about home. It was then that I realized how long it had been since I went back. I can't go back anymore. And other similar thoughts started to come to mind. I guess I'm still not used to being in the academia yet.
There is a purpose for every stage in life.
You're right. So we should let go of the past. I suppose this is also part of growing up.
Yep.
But reminiscing about the carefree life of being a kid sure works wonders for the mind. You start missing those moments once you leave them behind, and that's part of moving forward. From now on, I'd like to cherish every single day of my life, even when it's not the smoothest of rides.
Everything will get better. I know you can do it.
I'll take the compliment. A little bit of sugar and a good view really go a long way for relaxation. I thought it'd be impossible for me to enjoy something like this. I thought I'd never be able to get my mind off my thesis. But now, I feel like I'm fully enjoying myself. It's really great. So, what are we doing next?
This is what I think too. Sometimes you just don't need a plan. It's nice just to stroll around to see what happens.
You're right. I've been doing research for so long that I'm used to having a certain routine. A carefree stroll. I like the sound of that.
Oh god. Do not aggro that. I mean, I could take it down with with ease, but I'm constrained on time right now, so let's get through this as fast as I can.
Squall and Fury.
Wow. I never knew there was such a large lake here. It's so beautiful. The feeling of cool lake water can wash away all your troubles.
Like diving into the ocean on a nice hot summer day.
Can you wait for a minute? I'd like to wash my face. I think it'd be refreshing.
Why don't we just go for a swim?
Huh? A swim? I can't remember the last time I went swimming. I might not even know how to anymore.
That's impossible. It's one of the one of those things that you never forget.
Okay. I'll try to swim over there.
Let's see who can get there first.
Wait, no. I'll definitely lose. No, forget about winning or losing, Layla. It'll be fun either way.
Just please don't drown.
Wait, we're starting already?
Oh my goodness, we really are. Where's the food for energy regain? 80 stamina, perfect. Is there one that decreases swimming? Okay, we'll do with this. Just easily paddle there. Okay, I'm constrained for time.
As expected, I lost. How would I be able to beat an adventure at something like this?
I think you're a great swimmer. You weren't too far behind.
Really? Among my childhood friends, I was considered one of the more athletic ones. But that's just like how I used to think that I had a gift for learning. After coming to Sumeru City, I realized that I only thought that because my hometown is such a small place. On top of that, I'm getting weaker and weaker because I'm barely able to sleep nowadays. There's no way I can bring myself to brag about anything now.
You really are too modest. Yes.
Please, you're always encouraging me. I'm starting to feel embarrassed. But swimming again really feels great. Every muscle in my body was engaged. I probably wouldn't have to worry about my thesis if I turned into a fish, don't you think? I'm just kidding, of course. I'm sure fish have worries of their own. I'm quite content with how things are right now. Let's keep going, shall we? There's a mushroom here. You want to jump on it to see what's up there? I haven't done this in a while.
Uh-oh.
I kinda want to give it a try.
This is a weathering zone, isn't it? Oh, it's down there. Well, at least I know where I'm going.
Upon the gale.
Okay. Oh, I thought that was a thing you can just teleport to and not worry. Oh, this is a nice view.
We've walked pretty far now, but I barely felt the time passing by. I've been staring at books in my thesis every day. I've forgotten how nice and happy life actually can be.
That's why I said that your life shouldn't completely revolve around your studies.
You're right. No matter how much of a hard time I'm having in academics, I should still find the time to look after myself and fulfill my needs. You really understand more about life than I do.
Would you like to take the opportunity to release all your stress?
Release my stress? Oh, I see what you mean. Being at the top of a mountain really does make someone want to yell out loud. But it's a little uncivilized, isn't it?
It's okay. We're already here, so we should make the best of it.
Alright, I'll give it a try. Just promise not to laugh, okay?
Okay. Well, it depends what you say.
What an amazing day!
Aw, I can't laugh at that. That's adorable.
It feels like my entire body is bubbling with excitement after yelling like that. This happiness was so common as a child, but before I knew it, this feeling was buried in the bottom of my heart. It's getting late. Why don't we rest here for a while? I'll tell you some interesting astrology stuff when the stars come out. Oh, but it's alright if you don't want to listen to that kind of stuff. We can also tell jokes about life, or talk about anything you're interested in.
We can chat about whatever you like.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I'll tell you more about me. The only reason I ever chose to study astrology is because of how beautiful the stars are at night. That's all. My teacher told me that nature possesses a certain power that grants people an equal amount of kindness and fairness, regardless of the different talents they may possess. And that's why I wanted to call the kind person who's always helping me as the blessing from the stars. The stars in the sky are something that brings happiness to people.
Yes, they truly are.
Everything about home is filled with purity and passion. My memories of that place are wonderful. I never want to forget them. If I were to ever discard anything so pure, I don't think I'd ever be able to find a place to anchor myself in the vast sea of knowledge. That's why, no matter how tiring or how hard it gets, I won't let my family down. They are already an important part of me.
That's another reason not to lose yourself in the face of pressure.
Yeah. Thank goodness you were there to help me out, or I don't know where I would have ended up. We probably still have a while until the stars come out. Only kids sit around like this, waiting for the stars to appear.
Oh! Okay. This is adorable, I'm not gonna lie. And a good way to end off the stream. Well, part 1 of the stream. Part 2 is gonna come out tomorrow. Along with the recording of the new part of the brewing developments. Okay, as much as I want that first ending I got with the canon ending, I'm thinking this is adorable to use as a thumbnail. I just gotta submit this to the PlayStation thing, and I should be able to upload it there. Okay, let's go ahead and save that there. So we only have 2 more endings to find out in tomorrow's broadcast. So this will be the first time I'm actually doing a 2-parter for a Hangout. Out of necessity and due to timing. But anyway, I look forward to that. The second part of the Hangout for Layla. Tomorrow at Brewing Developments Challenge 3.
Relax.
Okay, with that said, we'll see you back tomorrow.